gonna show you how to get more from your training at home just using a couple of towels. I'm Chris Mills with surfstrengthcoach.com. Like it on YouTube, subscribe, follow Instagram, Facebook, check it out. I'm gonna give you some tools just using towels so you can train pulling at home. I'm gonna show you some lower body drills as well. So anybody that reaches out and starting my Surf Athlete 12-week program, check it out. It's an app. You will dig it. Fully comprehensive protocol and training because you're a surfer and you need to move well and train well. So I always recommend people get a set of Olympic rings or a suspension trainer. We need to be able to train pulling. So much of paddling or surfing is paddling, and it's generally a really big weak point for people. They don't have any of this upper body conditioning. And so you can do a lot at home with just body weight, but you can't train pulling until now, starting with these couple of towels. Let's get into it. So you really only need a couple pieces of equipment. Kind of a tea towel. You kind of want it to be thin, right? It's just a kitchen towel, hand towel, and all as they call them tea towels. And then a regular towel, and you're gonna need a door. So all you're gonna do, tea towel, put a knot, right? In each corner. And this is going to be the suspension rig that will then, in a moment, go into the door frame, and then you will wrap the bigger towel through the smaller towel, and now you've got handles. I hold no personal responsibility for you screwing this up or using crappy towels or destroying a door frame or snapping something and hurting yourself. You're grown up, accept some responsibility. So the door, right? Depending on the flushness, the efficiency of your home builder, you might need to find a different door. But you just throw the knots on the other side and you want the cloth thin, right? So you don't want it to be bunched up as much or it's gonna be a little difficult to kind of close that door. Cool. So we've got our anchor. Bigger towel. Through the smaller towel. You can change the length of this bigger towel depending on, if it's a longer towel, you're then gonna have longer handles, and suddenly I'm at home and I can start training some pulling. So now you've got an at-home rig that you can actually start changing up some variety of upper body training to really start hitting some pulling movements, which is what we want to do to carry over to your paddling. And also I really want to clarify and point out, I did not choose this painting. That is not my taste. So, couple drills you can do, right? Change the length, basic rows. Cool? Good old-fashioned rows. You can change your elbow position to change the angle of muscle fiber recruitment, right? So, a bit lower, you're getting a lot more lat, kind of strong lat position. Up higher, you're gonna get more mid-trap, some rhomboid, some posterior deltoid. Depending on the length of that towel, you could then start coming into more flies and kind of Y positions where you're getting a lot of lower trap involvement. You can start getting into kind of face pulls to Y position. That's actually a really good drill for high rep. The only key with that one, make sure the light's gonna keep going funny. So I don't need comments, the light's funny, it looks like shit. When you go those face pulls, don't hyperextend the spine. Keep the spine nice, stable, this pillar strength, and move the shoulder girdle, the scapula, the arms on a stable rib cage. Cool. You can start coming into various shoulder extension protocols where you're kind of hitting some of those aspects of a German hang. You can kind of come into some flies. If I had a much longer towel here, you'd be able to see a bit more variety. One arm pulls. You're getting, if you got a weight at home, a kettlebell, hold anything. It could be a gallon of water, something with some extra resistance. You can hold it right up against your chest. So then you're rowing even more. You can add in a bit of rotation. you can really expand your repertoire of at-home training using this towel setup. I want to show you two other things you can do with the towel at home. One, I will 2 drills for the lower body, and I'll show you an upper body as well. So, isometric loads. So meaning I'm creating a muscle activation, contraction, but it doesn't move. It's against an immovable object. So there's actually really high motor unit recruitment, meaning lots of little muscle fibers get activated, and there's not lots of compressive load to a joint, and it creates strength. So it's actually can be really good at home. And so if you have the ability, capability, and strength and postural alignment, meaning just motor control, you know how to get into a good position and hold, what I could start working on here with lower body is breathe in, brace, ramping up to 100% contraction and holding. And I'm squatting as hard as I possibly can. And then I could chase it up with some bodyweight squats for some high rep, so that huge isometric contraction really recruits, loads a lot of tissue, and then follow it up with some bodyweight squats. It's a good way to smoke the lower body. You could also essentially do that more or less single leg, where I get set up in a really good split squat position, right? So here's a split squat, okay? So I get into the position. Do I want to load the top end of that? Do I want to load it a little lower? Let's load it a little lower. You need, again, the motor control awareness to, as I'm creating load, not to collapse posturally. And so I'm going to load the hell out of this front leg. It's as if I'm trying to shove my front leg through the ground. Breathe in, brace. So I'm trying to push up, but I can't move. Oh, that just smoked that left leg. And if you want to get brutal with it, you could then come into reverse lunges to smoke that front leg even more. It can result in some serious delayed onset muscle soreness. Obviously, I'm not doing the other leg. Lastly, isometric contraction with the towel for pulling. Cool, so change your knee position as you need to. You need to get a completely flat back position, so no rounding. We're really gonna load basically like a cable pull. So it's great for grip strength, this stuff as well. So I get set up, no rounding, really good shoulder position, nice rib cage position. I could change the length of isometric, so I could do a rep here, then I could do a rep here, and then I could do a rep here, so it would load multiple positions. That'd be a great way to do it. So let's load this kind of end range position. Feel my mid trap, low trap, rhomboid, get my lats on. Big, heavy isometric pull. I feel that all through back, lat muscles. A good way to maybe add the isometric is I would do rowing variations and everything first. Get a bit of a workout doing the various one-arm pulls, two-arm pulls, face pulls, and at the end of that, start doing the isometrics, because there's less joint shearing and stuff going on there, and you're really taxing the body with those, so you want to get the more dynamic stuff done first so you have better motor control. So I hope you found this helpful. Please let me know below, comment, again, follow on social media. Check out the Surf Athlete app, the 12-week fully comprehensive training program. You can substitute a lot of these drills into that program as necessary to accommodate for equipment. Keep yourself safe, stay healthy. It's all about just kind of staying fit so when we can get back in the water, the body moves the way we want it to. Cool. Show the love. Peace.